I have no idea why this movie is not getting more love than it is, but I am super excited for it. At Astra, this is the IMAX trailer. I cannot wait for this movie, truly. I am very, very excited about it. I'm excited about any sci-fi movies that look like they're well made, that they're intelligently put together. So this one certainly looks like it, and here we go. Let's look at this trailer.
I do what I do because of my dad. He gave his life in the pursuit of knowledge. Because up there is where our story's gonna be told.
God, that silence.
Yeah.
This is a top secret psychological evaluation. Please describe your current emotional state.
I'm steady, calm, ready to do my job to the best of my abilities. I will remain calm. I will remain focused.
You look just like your dad there.
He was the first man to the outer solar system. He was a pioneer. But there was much more to him than that.
Please state your mission objective.
I am attempting to stop an uncontrolled antimatter reaction, which threatens our entire solar system.
We're approaching Mars.
Spacecom believes my father is responsible.
We're doing big things up here, real big.
What did he find out there in the abyss?
The enemy up here is not a person or a thing. It's the endless void.
The world awaits our discovery, my son.
It's beautiful. Looks great. I'm excited. This trailer's just got me more excited. I almost wish I didn't watch it. Because like, it's just showing, I mean, all those visuals I just would love to see in IMAX and be surprised by it, you know? I'm sure there's a lot more to come. Go ahead, what?
Yeah, I think space movies are awesome in IMAX because it lends itself really well to that, like, huge expanse.
Yeah, the scale of it.
Yeah.
I think that explosion that you saw at the end had to do with the antimatter. Antimatter is extremely, I mean, it's not something we've actually discovered yet, but supposedly it's very potent, to say the least. I just remember watching, my memory of it is very vague, and so anything I say about it is like 1/20th of what I remember of it, but I just remember it being very explosive, and if like matter and antimatter were to meet, it would just, yeah, it would be insane. All those visuals are so stunning. It gets me so excited, and I love that Brad Pitt keeps choosing all these super profoundly interesting projects over and over and over again. He can pick whatever he wants, and he keeps choosing the best stuff, in my opinion. Like, I can't think of a film he's done in the past few years where I'm like, yeah, that was totally boring.
Yeah, and you just pick stuff that gives him a different opportunity to shine. He's at a very interesting phase in his life right now, right? Because he's phasing out of being just the good-looking guy because he's getting older. Now he can be like, well, yeah, still got the looks, but can do interesting roles and do them well.
It looks like this is obviously set some time well into the future. It's far enough away that we have a moon base. Like, we actually have a population on the moon.
Right.
Right? You saw like some advertisement with the cowboy thing on the moon. There is this, I have no idea what the hell's going on here, obviously, because it's, you know, it's a teaser or a trailer, but there's like a gun chase sequence on the moon.
I know, that was tripping me out because I'm like, I've never seen anything like that.
Well, that's
and
why
like,
they did it.
Why are they shooting guns at each other in the moon? Also, how does that work with gravity being different? Like, they must have different sized bullets and weight and propulsion.
Yeah, so you need oxygen to fire a gun? Is that how that works?
No, Well, I'm just saying the gravity is less over there, right? So like...
Well, if they could put a base on the moon, I'm pretty sure they can figure out how to use a gun in space. What I was trying to say is that you just need one shot. You just pierce the person's suit, it's over.
Oh yeah,
you
true.
know? Yeah, I would imagine that this is taking place on some like undiscovered, unpopulated part of the moon, obviously, further away from the base. Who knows what the hell's going on? But they mentioned the outer part of the solar system. There's a lot of sci-fi science talk in this that just gets me excited. It sounds like they did their research to get the science as accurate as possible. I forget what they call it, like a genius tank or a think tank, like a smart tank of people where, you know, they figure out what is possible in the future, 50 years from now, because like that's what Steven Spielberg did for Minority Report. He got a tank of people together and they said, okay, they basically figured out what is possible 50 years, 100 years from now. What could we possibly do, you know, in the future? So they model things around that, even if it's not going to look exactly like that. That's sort of what they're going for. A base on the moon is the next thing. That is the next most likely thing. I mean, Elon Musk is going straight for Mars, but I think the moon is the most likely place we'll go next because it's closer by a long shot.
Yeah.
And then we can build something from there to launch to, you know, even deeper into space.
It's like a space bus stop.
What's cool about this is exploring the possibilities of space, both in the positives and the negatives, the pros and cons of space travel and the dangers that lie therein, but also the opportunities that lie therein, all the things that we have yet to discover. It's so cool. I've been watching a lot of Kurzgesagt. I can never get the name right. Kurzgesagt videos. I was learning about the Fermi paradox from friends years ago and again on those videos. The whole thing is if there are aliens out there, where are they? And then a new video popped up saying if there were aliens, if we discovered them, if they came to our solar system, it would probably be very devastating. Kind of like Independence Day, it would be bad.
It's in the nature of life as we know it to reach out, to cover every niche it can. Since planets have a limited carrying capacity and lifespan, if a species wants to survive, it will look for more places to spread to. So the steps above the current ones seem logical. Colonize your own solar system, then spread further to reach other stars. To the possible final step, becoming a galaxy-wide civilization.
Yeah, because like if you think about the way humans operate just on our planet, you know, we move to one place and we take over, we move to another place and we take over. If an alien species were to enter our solar system, they're probably here to take over. It's more than likely the case. So all the worst things we imagine about aliens coming to Earth is the most likely scenario, and we'd be wiped out like that. It wouldn't be like Independence Day, the visual effects spectacle that it is. It would be just over.
It'd be like Thanos snap.
Yeah, basically it would be pretty darn quick. If they were able to overcome the challenges of light speed travel and all that, yeah, it would be over pretty quick.
I am just very curious about Tommy Lee Jones in this because that clip they had of him, he's in the, like, whatever it is, the FaceTime. He just looks really sinister, and I don't know if that's because the movie is saying... Exactly. I don't know if the movie is just saying, oh, there's something about him, because my brain goes, he's harboring an alien in him, and he's not quite right. Something's happened to him out there at the edges of the solar system. Or it's just Tommy Lee Jones.
More than likely, there's an alien with it. I mean, that's what the trailer's indicating anyway. It's very much a situation like Contact / the Johnny Depp movie, The Astronaut's Wife, I believe is what it's called, where Johnny Depp gets inhabited by an alien. Another one is the Natalie Portman one.
Oh, Annihilation.
Annihilation. The quieter, slow burn sci-fi films seem to often have that as part of their story where a human is inhabited by an alien. It's so dangerous because it's someone that you love that's inhabited by an alien. It's someone that you trust. It makes it easier for them to infiltrate and get in and take over, essentially.
Yeah, there's so many questions. I wouldn't trust him. I mean, I know if I was Brad Pitt, I'd be like, okay, you're my dad, but like, why now? What happened? Why have you been gone for so long? Like, yeah, so many questions.
You ever see those films where you have a character who can shapeshift? And so, okay, an easy one that I can recall off the top of my head is like Mortal Kombat, when Liu Kang is facing Shang Tsung and Shang Tsung turns into his little brother. And Liu Kang's like struggling. He's like, no, but you're not my brother. You're just Shang Tsung. You know, when you're watching that in the movie, you're like, how could you be fooled? Like, you know it's not your brother. But I feel like if you're in that moment, it can mess with you. You miss this person that you love so much that your brain automatically buys into the moment, even if you don't want to.
Right. Then in that case, just buy into the anger that you feel towards the person. I mean, there are certainly moments where I wanted to, like, punch my sister in the face. So
where's this going?
Pow,
All
pow.
I'm saying is, yeah, just remember that trick. Keep that in your bag. You know, if you ever are faced with a shapeshifter or someone, an alien inhabiting your dad or your mom's body or your sibling, just remember the shit you don't like about them, so that you can easily overcome that situation. In
Top tip for life.
Achara's Handbook of Defeating Shapeshifters. The thing that's reeling me in more than anything is the visuals and the potential of this story. It has a very Blade Runner feel to it.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that. That's sort of what has been strongly established by Stanley Kubrick, is that slow burn feel.
Right.
And it sort of has just influenced everything. I'm hoping it's a little bit faster paced than
the most recent Blade Runner, which felt like a 5-hour movie.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves that movie. But
I mean, there were definitely good things about it, but I felt those hours felt like gravity.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, extra time.
I'm very, very excited about this movie, and I will definitely watch it in IMAX.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
If you do plan to watch it in IMAX, try to get there opening weekend, because more than likely, I don't know, I don't hear too many people talking about this movie. When I mention it, they're like, add what now? And they have, it's like a sound. They think I'm just making words up. So
it's Latin.
My suggestion is, if you have any interest in this movie, to watch it first weekend, because more than likely it's not going to stay in IMAX that long. It's going to get cleared out for something else that's more popular.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to go watch this. I'm going to try to get as many people to watch this with me as possible, because I'm very excited about it. And I want to support more movies like this because they're profoundly interesting. I want to see more sci-fi movies. We need to like reinvigorate our interest in space. Elon Musk is doing great. We need more of that kind of energy in the universe, in the ether, in the zeitgeist. Ether? In the zeitgeist. Hands. Jazz hands. Donald Sutherland. I didn't even mention him. Jack Bauer's dad. Always glad to have him.
Oh, yeah.
I actually had a dream this morning, totally irrelevant. I had a dream this morning that I was trying to find 24 on Blu-ray, and then you were talking to Kiefer Sutherland on the phone.
Oh,
and I was like, Achara, ask him about the Blu-rays. Can we get a free copy from him? And then you just hung up the phone. You're like, I'm not going to ask Kiefer Sutherland for a copy of 24 on Blu-ray.
That's very in character.
Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what happened in the dream. I wanted my 24 Blu-rays.
No, I'm not about to ask Kiefer Sutherland if I got him on the phone, like, hey, can I have a free Blu-ray?